Let's learn now the form principle, the order of position of lights and shadows and all the nuances that light produces on a rounded object. We will explore it on the example of a cylinder. And this will be our little cylinder. We might encounter this object later in one of the still lifes, so all that should be helpful. And let's imagine that the light source comes from here. And the highest value will be a little bit off the edge, and it will be a highlight, the brightest spot on any object, because this is the shortest distance between the source of light and the object itself. We have our paper as our lightest value, so this will be the paper. And around it, there will be the area that we will call light. Nothing anywhere will be lighter than the highlight. And we can shade gradually the entire object. Then the cylinder, the object, rounded object, is beginning to turn away from the light, and the tonal value is getting darker. There is a gradation. And again, nothing will be lighter on the rest of the object, so we can shade it. Then, this is the opposite side from the light, and it will be the darkest area. And we call it a core shadow or a crest shadow. And then at the very end of the object, there will be a little bit of a lighter area than the core shadow because of the reflected light. The light bounces back from the surroundings, whatever is here. And this area will be slightly lighter than the core shadow. The darkest part in this arrangement, in most of the cases, will be the shadow that the object casts on the surrounding areas. Therefore, we will call it a cast shadow. It is usually the darkest at the very foot of the object. And then becomes a little bit more transparent and also loses the clarity of its outline as it goes away because of all the influences of the bounced back light from the surroundings. And we can now go back and actually, yes, if there is an opening here, then the light goes here. This will be a highlight, so it's pretty much in reverse. And then a little bit of light, and then a little bit of a core shadow here. And then a little lighter area for the reflected light from this side here. So it's reverse order. And let's number in terms of the tonal value. This will be number 1, the lightest, and it is a highlight. These 2 areas around it will be light, and we will number it 2. Then there will be the middle tone. We will number it 3, middle tone. And then we will jump because the next tonal value will be a reflected light. We will call it number 4, and then the coarse shadow will be 5. Of course, this will be 6. Here is your gradation. If you remember it, you can always draw anything you want, and it will look rounded, and it will look good in any medium, drawing, painting, whatever you like.